Every year, more than 2.7 million older adults in the U.S. are misdiagnosed with cognitive decline or early-stage dementia. But here's the uncomfortable truth most doctors won't tell you. A surprising number of these cases aren't actually memory problems at all. They're the result of something far more subtle and far more reversible. A slow, silent breakdown in the connection between your eyes and your brain. See, we've been trained to separate vision and cognition. We go to the eye doctor for blurry sight and the neurologist for forgetfulness. But what happens when the wiring between the two starts to fray? You notice it in strange ways. You hesitate when stepping off a curb, even though the ground is flat. You struggle to recognize faces, not because your vision is poor, but because your brain takes just a little too long to catch up. You read a full paragraph and realize your mind didn't absorb a word. It's not your fault, and it's not just age. This isn't about going blind. It's about something more frustrating: seeing clearly, yet still feeling foggy. That's a red flag, because it means the connection between your visual input and your brain's processing is slowing down. And once that begins, everything follows. Your balance, your memory, your independence. Now here's the part most people never hear. That breakdown, it's not permanent. In fact, cutting-edge research from the University of Georgia, Harvard Medical School, and others confirms the pathways between your retina and your brain can rebuild themselves. They just need the right kind of fuel. And no, it doesn't come from a bottle. It grows in the ground. It's in the leafy greens you probably walked past at the store yesterday. In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how 3 specific greens, spinach, kale, and beet greens, are quietly helping older adults restore the lost link between what they see and how they think. And if this is your first time here on Senior Brain Vision, welcome. This is a space where science meets sanity, and if that sounds like something you need more of, go ahead and subscribe. Let's keep going. Spinach is not just good for you, it is a biological tool for rebuilding broken connections between your eyes and your brain. This leafy green is packed with the exact pigments and nutrients your visual and cognitive systems need to stay sharp. And when consumed regularly, it does more than preserve eyesight. It can actually help rebuild the fading bridge between what your eyes capture and what your brain understands. Let me break this down. As we age, the speed at which signals travel from the retina to the brain begins to slow. This delay is not caused by bad vision or memory loss, but by the weakening of the visual processing highway itself. The cells become inflamed, the signaling gets blurry. You see the words on a page, but your brain cannot process them as fast. You recognize a face, but your reaction comes a second late. That lag is one of the first signs that the eye-to-brain communication is falling apart. Spinach contains 2 powerhouse pigments, lutein and zeaxanthin. These are not just eye nutrients. They are physical components of your retina and your visual cortex. According to a study from the University of Georgia in 2014, older adults with higher levels of lutein had faster neural responses and better visual processing speed. This means the brain was literally communicating better with the eyes, not from supplements, just from food. From spinach. But it does not stop there. Spinach is rich in folate and vitamin K. Both are essential for neurogenesis, which is the brain's ability to create and maintain new neural connections. As we get older, we need more of these nutrients, not less. Without them, the pathways between vision and thought slow down like traffic on a damaged road. Another critical factor is oxidative stress. Your retina uses more oxygen than almost any other tissue in the body. That makes it extremely vulnerable to oxidative damage. When that happens, you lose contrast sensitivity. You struggle to adjust from light to dark. Your eyes feel tired faster. Spinach fights this process. It is loaded with natural antioxidants that neutralize free radicals before they can break down visual cells. In 2018, JAMA Ophthalmology published findings showing that diets rich in leafy greens were linked to a significantly lower risk of age-related macular degeneration. There is also the vascular benefit. Spinach is naturally rich in dietary nitrates. Once consumed, these nitrates convert to nitric oxide in the body, which improves blood flow to the eyes and brain. A 2019 study from Harvard found that better blood flow means more oxygen and glucose reach the retina and visual cortex, enhancing clarity and speed of signal transmission. That is why many older adults feel more alert and visually present after adding spinach to their diet. Let me give you a simple case. Harold, a 74-year-old retired plumber, came to me complaining that his eyes were fine, but he felt mentally slow when reading. His words were, "I see the sentence, but my brain doesn't catch it." We added spinach to his routine, one small serving every morning. 6 weeks later, he told me he could read the paper without feeling lost. His eyes did not change, his processing did. So how do you use spinach to actually see and think better? Start small. Just half a cup per day is enough. Lightly steam it or sauté with olive oil to unlock its fat-soluble pigments. Avoid overcooking, or you'll lose key nutrients. If you prefer raw, mix it into smoothies with banana or berries. Adding a cooked egg or avocado alongside helps your body absorb the lutein more effectively. The key is not volume, it is consistency. When you eat spinach daily, you are not just adding fiber or vitamins. You are feeding the exact brain and eye cells that control speed, clarity, and sharpness. You are giving your brain back its ability to keep up with what your eyes see. That is not just nutrition, that is neurological repair. Kale is more than just a trendy green. It is one of the most neurologically active foods you can put on your plate. While spinach supports the speed of visual signaling, kale focuses on clarity, on sharpness, on helping your brain interpret what your eyes are seeing in full contrast, with full focus, and without the strain that often sets in after 60. The science is clear. Kale contains extremely high levels of carotenoids, especially lutein and zeaxanthin, the same pigments found in the human retina and visual cortex. These compounds act as internal filters. They absorb high-energy blue light and reduce glare before it can cause retinal fatigue. That means better vision in bright light, better vision at night, and better contrast sensitivity overall. But what makes kale especially powerful is its antioxidant capacity. In a comprehensive analysis published in Nutrition Journal in 2011, kale ranked among the top 5 vegetables for total antioxidant content. These antioxidants do more than slow aging. They reduce oxidative stress in brain tissue and visual neurons, preserving the functional integrity of the cells that interpret visual data. After age 60, the brain loses its ability to adapt quickly to changing light conditions. This is why so many older adults struggle when walking from bright sunlight into a dim hallway. Kale helps by preserving the health of retinal ganglion cells, which control how light is processed and transmitted to the brain. When these cells degrade, visual information becomes blurry, distorted, or delayed. But when they are protected and nourished, visual clarity returns. Beyond carotenoids, kale provides another critical compound, alpha-lipoic acid. This fatty acid has been shown to regenerate other antioxidants in the body, including vitamin C and vitamin E, both of which are essential for eye and brain health. In a study from the Journal of Neurochemistry in 2012, alpha-lipoic acid was found to improve mitochondrial function in aging brain cells, increasing their energy output and reducing cognitive fatigue. Mitochondria are the energy factories inside every neuron. As we age, they slow down, leading to reduced firing speed between neurons and weaker communication between sensory systems. Kale supports mitochondrial performance. This means stronger signals between your retina and your brain, and a faster response time to what you see, read, or recognize. One of the lesser-known benefits of kale lies in its vitamin K content. A cup of raw kale provides nearly 700% of the recommended daily intake. Vitamin K supports the synthesis of sphingolipids, which are essential components of the myelin sheath surrounding nerve fibers. This sheath is like the insulation around electrical wires. When it is healthy, signals move fast and clearly. When it breaks down, confusion sets in. Kale helps maintain that insulation, especially in areas of the brain responsible for memory, focus, and visual processing. Kale also delivers small but crucial amounts of magnesium and folate. These nutrients support blood flow and DNA repair, helping stabilize brain and eye function as you age. In a 2015 study in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience, seniors who consumed more dark leafy greens, including kale, performed better on visual memory and processing speed tests, even after accounting for other lifestyle factors. To get the most from kale, steam it lightly and combine it with healthy fats like olive oil or avocado. This boosts lutein absorption by up to 4 times, according to research in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition in 2014. For easier intake, blend kale into smoothies or soups. Just half a cup a day can sharpen contrast sensitivity and reduce visual fatigue, a common issue many accept as age-related, but in truth, is often nutritional. Kale sharpens how your brain handles what your eyes see. It is not just protection, it is precision. Most people throw them out without a second thought, the leafy tops of beets, tossed aside like decoration. But for older adults, struggling with slow thinking, dimmed eyesight, or unsteady focus, beet greens may be one of the most powerful visual cognitive boosters you can eat. Unlike spinach or kale, which work by nourishing retinal tissue directly, beet greens help by unlocking something deeper: blood flow. They increase the oxygen supply to the most oxygen-hungry cells in your body, the neurons behind your eyes and in your brain. Here is what the science tells us. Beet greens are naturally rich in dietary nitrates. When you eat them, those nitrates convert into nitric oxide, a molecule that signals your blood vessels to dilate. Wider blood vessels mean more oxygen and more glucose reaching your retina and your visual cortex. That matters because your retina consumes oxygen faster than almost any other tissue in your body. And the back of your brain, the part responsible for processing what you see, is just as demanding. When blood flow to these regions is weak, you do not go blind. Instead, your world slows, your depth perception fades. You feel off balance in dim rooms or crowded spaces. You forget where you left things, not because you cannot remember, but because your brain is not fully registering the visual cues in front of you. Oxygen is not optional for cognition. It is fundamental. In a 2017 study published in the Journal of Gerontology, researchers gave older adults a nitrate-rich vegetable drink daily for 6 weeks. Brain scans revealed increased blood flow to the frontal lobe and the occipital cortex, the regions responsible for decision-making and visual processing. Participants performed better on cognitive tasks, with faster reaction times and improved spatial awareness. And again, this was not from a drug, it was from natural nitrate sources, including beet greens. But beet greens do more than support circulation. They are packed with vitamin A, lutein, and beta-carotene, all critical for maintaining the structural health of the retina. They also contain potassium and magnesium, which help regulate the electrical activity of nerve cells. Together, these compounds act like a team. Some deliver the fuel. Others protect the wires. The result is sharper, faster, more stable brain-eye communication. Let me tell you about a patient of mine. Her name was Eileen, 76 years old, once an avid reader. Over time, she told me, her vision felt foggy, not blurry, just dull. More than that, she said her focus would drift, especially in the evenings. She had her eyes checked. Her prescription had not changed, but something wasn't right. I asked her what she ate for greens. Her answer? Just iceberg lettuce. We added beet greens to her dinner 3 times a week, steamed with garlic and olive oil. By her second follow-up, she said something I will never forget. She said, "I feel like someone turned the lights back on behind my eyes." Eileen's story is not rare. It is repeatable, because what beet greens give your body is exactly what time has been slowly taking away: oxygen, circulation, and cellular fuel. You cannot rebuild what is broken if you do not have enough blood getting to the construction site. And that is what beet greens provide. The best part is how simple they are to use. A quick steam or light sauté keeps the nitrate content intact. Add lemon for better iron absorption, or olive oil to unlock vitamins A and K. You can even blend them into soups or smoothies. Just 2 to 3 servings a week can support the oxygen flow your brain and eyes depend on. If you already eat spinach or kale, beet greens bring an extra layer, one that fuels blood, not just tissue. Beet greens are not scraps. They are brain food. And if you want clearer vision and faster thinking, this is one small change worth making starting tonight. By now you understand the science. Spinach feeds the visual nerves. Kale sharpens contrast and clarity. Beet greens increase the blood flow that makes the whole system work. But information means nothing without action. So how do you bring all of this into your life without feeling overwhelmed? It starts with simplicity. 1 green per day, that's it. In the morning, begin with spinach. A small handful sautéed with eggs or stirred into warm oatmeal with a drizzle of olive oil is enough. If you're in a hurry, add a cup of raw spinach into a fruit smoothie. Just make sure you include a little healthy fat like nut butter, avocado, or egg to help your body absorb the key pigments. At lunch, rotate in kale. Lightly steamed or added into a warm soup or grain bowl works well. The goal is not volume, it's consistency. Just half a cup a few times a week is enough to protect your vision and cognitive clarity over time. In the evening, bring in beet greens. Add them to sautéed vegetables. Fold them into pasta. Or stir them into a simple broth. Their effect on blood flow and nighttime vision makes them ideal for dinner. If you're not cooking, even a quick steam and pairing with lemon and olive oil will do the job. Don't try to do everything at once. Start with the green that's easiest for you to find or cook. Then add the others gradually. You are not chasing perfection. You are feeding a system that is rebuilding itself day by day. The key is rhythm. The body responds best when it receives support repeatedly, not occasionally. And if you miss a day, don't give up. This is not about guilt. This is about giving your brain and your eyes the nutrients they have been quietly asking for long before symptoms ever appeared. If you are already taking medication or have dietary restrictions, always check with your physician before making changes. But in most cases, these greens can be safely added to your meals and become a part of your daily rhythm. No pills, no side effects, just food doing what it was designed to do. The goal is not to reverse everything overnight. The goal is to create momentum, one plate at a time. If you've made it this far, I want to say something simple but deeply important. Thank you. Thank you for giving your health the time and attention it deserves. That alone puts you miles ahead. You see, we live in a world that tells us decline is inevitable, that fading memory, blurred vision, and slow thinking are just part of aging. But that's not entirely true. Yes, the body changes. But that doesn't mean it gives up. What it needs is support, real, consistent, natural support. Not extreme diets. Not expensive pills. Just the right information. And a few powerful ingredients. Spinach, kale, beet greens. These are not magical cures, but they are tools. Tools that work with your biology, not against it. Tools that rebuild broken bridges between your eyes and your mind. Tools that give your brain what it needs to stay clear, connected, and alert, even as the years go on. It all starts with a single plate, a quiet change in your routine, a decision to add something instead of take something away. And over time, that choice can ripple into sharper vision, stronger focus, and a better sense of self. I've seen this transformation too many times to call it coincidence. And now, it's your turn. If this video gave you something to think about, I'd be honored if you hit the like button. Share it with someone you care about, a parent, a partner, a friend. And if this kind of grounded, science-based support matters to you, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. We're building something special here, a community where aging is not feared, but understood and empowered. And as always, leave a comment below. Let me know what change you'll try first. I read them all. And I promise you are not alone on this path. Until next time, stay sharp, stay kind to yourself, and keep feeding the brilliance within you.